Hello distinguished students, I hope we are all doing fine. So this video is just simply a video related to the video which I sent on the human reproductive system, but there is a little bit of difference in terms of explanation, which is also important. But some questions are similar but different in explanation, though it's very much important. It's your tutor, Mr. Peter, and without waste of time, let us begin. So in this unit, we will look at the male reproductive organ. The male reproductive organ. So we need to know the function of the bladder, the sperm duct, the urethra, the penis, the testes, so on and so forth. So this video is just simply similar to the video that I just recently sent, but they're just different explanation of which you also need to know. So the diagram below shows the male sex male sex organ. Then we have the function of the male sex organ, the penis. The function of the penis is to deposit sperm and act as a passage of urine. The function of the urethra allows urine to pass from the bladder or sperm to pass from the testes. The function of the testes to produce sperm which fertilize the egg, which is also called the ova. The function of the epididymis stores sperm and allows them mature. The function of the scrotum, it contains and protects testes. The function of the prostate gland, secrete fluid, which is one of the components of semen, which is also called sperm. The function of the sperm duct, it is the passage of sperm from the testes to the urethra. Okay, then we are done in this unit. We look at the female reproductive system in the next unit. So in this unit, we are looking at the female reproductive organ. Okay, so we also need to know the function of the fallopian tube, the function of the ovary, the cervix, the vagina, the uterus, and the oviduct. So we start with the ovary. The function of the ovary is just simply the site for the production of eggs. The ovary is the site for the production of eggs. That's where the ova is made on the ovaries. We move to the fallopian tube, which is also called the oviduct. The function of the fallopian tube, it is a passage through which the ova moves from the ovaries to the uterus. We can also say the function of the fallopian tube, this is a place where fertilization takes place, where we know that fertilization, it is a joining of the egg and the sperm to form what we call a zygote. Then we move to the uterus. The function of the uterus, it is a site of development of the embryo during pregnancy. Site of the development of the embryo during pregnancy. So here what you need to know is that, let me just explain a little bit more. When an ova is manufactured from the ovaries, it will start moving to the uterus through the fallopian tube. Once it meets, let's say, with a sperm in the fallopian tube, we are saying fertilization will take place. And then fertilization is simply the formation of the zygote when the egg and the sperm they meet. So once the zygote is formed here in the fallopian tube, the zygote will start now dividing. To start dividing and moving towards the uterus. It's more like it will start rolling and it will start dividing. It will divide in 2 first, then followed by 8, then followed by 16. It will be dividing just like that as it is rolling towards the uterus. Once it reaches the uterus, it will attach to the top part of the uterus, and then that's where the embryo now will be formed. Okay, that's where the embryo will be formed. And then the function of the cervix, cervix is just simply a passage that connects the vagina to the uterus. We can also say it provides mucus that helps to lubricate during sexual intercourse. Then the function of the vagina. The function of the vagina is to receive the penis during sexual intercourse. We can also say that's where sperm are deposited. So once sperm are deposited at this position, they start swimming upwards towards the fallopian tube to meet with the ova, so that fertilization could take place. Okay, so you need to know the function of all part of the female and the male reproductive organ. So in this unit we are looking at puberty. So I'll define puberty, then we'll go ahead and look at the secondary characteristics in boys and girls. So puberty is a stage in human life cycle where organs of the reproductive system mature. When we say mature, we simply mean a person is able to ejaculate, a person is able to menstruate, the chest becomes bigger, breast develops pimples, hair, so on and so forth. So there are several changes that take place when a boy and girl reach puberty. So we have secondary characteristics in boys. 1. Wet dreams and ability to ejaculate. 2. The penis enlargement and grows longer. 3. Chest enlargement. 4. Pubic hair grows at the base of the penis. 5th, growth of the hair on the face. 7th, hair grows in the armpit. 8th, the chest becomes wider. So let me tell you one secret. When you're studying, then you come across some difficult words, try to find the meaning of those words. You make it easy to understand what you're studying. So to ejaculate simply means to release sperm during sexual intercourse. Now we move to secondary characteristics in girls. When a girl reaches puberty, what are the changes? So we are saying the breast grows, pubic hair appears on the vulva, the hair grows in the armpit, hips widen, the body grows in height, the first menstrual cycle, and body odor. So now we look at hygiene. So I just brought these points deliberate to assist us. There are some questions which are asked on hygiene. So it is very much important to keep the reproductive organ clean to prevent 1. Infections, 2. Diseases related to sex organs. Okay, exam past paper questions. Question 1. The diagram below shows the male reproductive system. Okay, you can pause the video, try to answer these questions, and then you compare your answers. Question A. Name the part marked V and U. Name the part marked V and U. So part V is the sperm duct, part U is the scrotum. Question B. Describe the function of part W. So the function of part W, which we know that it is the epididymis, is to store sperm and allow sperm mature. Question C. Name one substance produced by organ labeled T. Name one substance produced by organ labeled T. Okay, so the substance is sperm. Question D. Suggest what would happen when substance produced by structure T you mentioned in C above meets with the ovum in the fallopian tube. So we're saying fertilization will take place. Question E. Name the other substance that passed through R apart from the substance produced by organ T. So it's urine. Then you have answered this question as simple as that. Exam past paper question 2. Study the diagram below showing the female and male reproductive organs. Question A. Name the reproductive cell produced by the organ marked S. The organ marked S, which is here, and then we have W, which is here. Okay, so you can just simply say A. AI it is the vulva, the ova, which is the egg, and then 2 we are saying it is the sperm. Here W, sperm, S, the egg. We move to question B. Which letter shows the site where the reproductive cells you have mentioned in A above fuse? So this word fuse just simply means join. Where do they join? Where does the ova and the sperm join? They join at point at point T, which is the fallopian tube, which is also called the oviduct. We move to question C. Name the process by which the female and male reproductive cell fuse. Okay, so that process is called fertilization. Question D. What is the function of part MACTU? What is the function of part MACTU? Okay, so the function of part MACTU is to store sperm and allow sperm mature. Question E. Apart from reproductive cells, what other substance not related to reproduction use the passage labeled V? Okay, use passage labeled V. Very simple. The answer is what? The answer is urine. Okay, exam past paper question 3. The following diagram shows the female reproductive system. A. Identify the structure labeled I and K. So I is the oviduct, K is the vagina. Question B. Which letter on the diagram represents the 1. Site where the ovum is produced, 2. Structure which helps to prevent miscarriage. So part G, which is the ovary, that is the site where the ovum is produced, and then part J, which is the cervix, which is the structure that helps prevent miscarriage. So the cervix simply closes. The cervix simply closes whenever a person becomes pregnant to prevent miscarriage. Okay, and then we move to question C. Explain the function of the structure labeled H. Structure labeled H. Site of implantation, we can also say embryo development caution. It cautions the baby to protect the baby from injury. It also contracts during childbirth. Okay, we move to question D. State one change associated with puberty in female. Just say breast enlargement, fast growth of the body, hips widen. You can just mention one of those since they've said mention one. Exam past paper question 4. The diagram below shows the male reproductive system. A. Label the part marked A and C. So part A is the bladder, part C is the testis. Question B. What are the functions of the part marked B and D? The function of part B, the urethra, acts as a passage of sperm and urine. Function of part D, which is the epididymis, acts as a storage of sperm and allows them mature. We move to question C. Identify 2 changes associated with puberty for males. So just mention the lot. You can mention one. Depending on the voice, wet dreams, and ability to ejaculate, chest gets bigger, so on and so forth. Now we move to the last question, question 5. The diagram below shows the front view of the female reproductive system. Question A. Label the part marked P and R. So part P is the placenta, part R is the ovary. Question B. What do you understand by the term fertilization? So fertilization is the fusion of the male, the sperm, and the female egg to form a zygote. We move to question C. Which letter represents a part where fertilization takes place? So fertilization takes place in the oviduct or the fallopian tube, which is part T, part Q. We move to question D. Give 2 changes associated with girls when they reach puberty. So we can just say hips widen, breasts develop, first menstrual cycle. We move to question E. Describe 2 ways of keeping the reproductive system clean. Remember in the 3rd unit on hygiene, so you can say to prevent infections and diseases. Now we come to an end to our grade 9 online science tutorial video. Thank you for watching. The good part of videos is that you can watch them several times until you get the concept. It's your tutor, Mr. Peter. See you in the next video.